Okay. I've had some people ask me a question on my YouTube, my most recent one that was on the duty to accommodate for federal employees. What's important to understand, this duty to accommodate applies to every living man and woman in the 172 countries that signed on to the International Covenant on Political and Civil Rights. Okay? So this transcends citizenship. Okay? This is such a thorough protection, even people in Canada who are landed immigrants and who don't have their citizenship. Okay? This freedom protects them also. It's that thorough. It's not something we back down from. So now I want to point out some extremely significant language in these letters. But before I do that, please, it's super easy to find this document on the internet. You type in International Covenant on Political and Civil Rights. It will take you to an official United Nations website. The document is right there. You start reading it. It's full of over 50 articles. The articles are like paragraphs, and each article is a topic. Okay? The one you want to go to is Article 18. Number 1. Everyone shall have the right to freedom of thought, conscience, and religion. This right shall include freedom to have or to adopt a religion or belief of his choice. And freedom, either individually or in community with others, in public or private, to manifest his religion or belief in worship, observance, practice, and teachings. Okay? Number 2, no one shall be subject to coercion which would impair his freedom to have or to adopt a religion or belief of his choice. Now, number 3 is where they're trying to break the law through. And I'm not going to go into number 3 right now. I'm going to make its own video because I do understand and see clearly what they're attempting to do. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take photos of the letters and then I'm going to post them, like somehow I'll find a way so everyone can see these letters, so you can see the language. Okay, so first of all, it says requesting accommodation. No. Okay, what they're trying to do is play on the language. This is a language play. Okay? The reason it is worded this way, okay? Oh, we're sending a letter requesting accommodation. It's called being polite. It's a polite way of telling someone, oh, you've broken the law. That's all it is. Okay? It's a kind way on our part to tell them to get back in line. Let's be clear about that. Then it says, to complete your request for an exemption. This is not an exemption for vaccination on the protected ground of religion. Oh, really? The protected ground of religion. Do you see the deviation when I read to you the article? No, it is not based on the protected ground of religion. It is the right to freedom of thought, conscience, and religion. This right shall include freedom to have or to adopt a religion or belief of his choice and freedom. Okay? That's just the first one. Okay? Then it says, filling out the questionnaire does not guarantee accommodation. Okay. This is not, let me be clear, not something that is like a privilege of freedom that they think they regulate, moderate, or reduce in any scope. Now, it gets better. Please answer the following questions in a separate document. Oh my God. I can barely read this. I can barely read this. An exemption from Canada Post mandatory vaccination practice on the protected ground of religion can be requested by filling out the religious accommodation questionnaire and attestation. Like, they are scrambling, okay, trying to take advantage, literally, of ignorance. Literally. That's what this is, a blatant attempt to manipulate and exploit the common man's lack of comprehension or even awareness of this legally binding covenant that holds them liable. Nothing else but that. Now, what really gets rich? Identify your specific religious faith. That's a profiling now, okay? And describe the circumstances that have led to you to request an accommodation on the ground of religion. Oh, on the ground of religion? Sorry, that's not what this is about. This is about freedom of thought, conscience, and religion, okay? Beliefs of his choice, okay? So much bigger. Their little container here can't contain it, okay? Explain the nature of your religious belief or practice and why it prohibits you from receiving the experimental injection. Please be specific. Where does it say that in here? I missed that. Where does it say that in this covenant? That when they try to pollute and contaminate and override our most deeply held, sacred, spiritual, okay, thoughts, values, beliefs, and connected to our religion, okay? Where does it say we have to explain that in this covenant? I missed that. We don't. And you know why? Because it's called profiling. I don't know if you even understand how dangerous this letter is. Supporting documentation is helpful in assessing requests on a case-by-case basis. Please provide any documentation that will support your request. For examples, a letter from an official of your religion, faith, place of worship. No, not needed, not required, and do not give that to them. They want to know where you live. They want to know who taught you. They want to know why you know. No, this is not the kind of information to give any of these criminals. Do you understand? Is there any additional information you would like to bring forward regarding your request for accommodation on the ground of religion? No, there's none, because it's not based on that. You see why you don't use their forms? You see why you write your own letter instructing them? They've deviated, instructing them of their duty? Okay. Now, this one. Your request will be assessed in accordance with the accommodating request related to religious practice, which requires Canada Post to be satisfied that you hold a sincere religious belief that prevents you from being fully vaccinated. Did the covenants say it has to be a sincere religious belief according to their assessment. And get a load of this. This one is the richest, like the richest. Your belief is religious in nature, and in brackets now, and not a personal, moral, ethical, secular, or political view. Right. No one shall be subject to coercion which would impair his freedom to have or to adopt a religion or belief of his choice. This letter is an example of coercion in print. Okay? And then, while waiting for the decision on you're required to perform, no, you're not required to perform any test ever. Okay? Right now, they have broke the trust, and we don't know what is actually going on. And all substances, you have a right to reject everything. Everything, and you don't have to explain. You're clearly fortified. It's grounded in the deepest core of your being. You don't have to explain nothing. So I will take pictures of the letters and I will post them for you. And then when I'm able to be calm, because this one is like really difficult for me. Like, I'm not kidding. We're in danger. People of faith are in danger. They're trying to find us through these letters.